Wassail. So all of the planets have just gone direct on the 10th, 11th, and they're all going to be moving forwards direct until 16th February, when Mercury will go retrograde until the 9th of March, and then they'll go direct, all of them again, for 47 days. So this is a great period for moving forwards, finding solutions that you want to things in life, and making a change to the energies around you. So I'm doing a rather long-winded reading based on each of the 12 energy centers on the planets that they represent and what the energies they are bringing to us during this period. So I'm going to just say, well, that the key energy, I've already done this reading once and my phone ran out, and so I've put all the cards away, I've drawn new cards, and let's hope that we get all the way through this. So the key energy during this period is Neptune and the heart chakras. And this is because there's a lovely B7 formation of the notes relating to Venus, F sharp, Neptune, D sharp, then we have Gaia or Uranus, which is B, and the moon, which is A, and they're forming this lovely chord. But the point about this chord is the feature is the D sharp of Neptune. This is the really deep emotions that need to be cleansed to change our energy and move forwards. Then we have a big cluster of planets, and that has the Sun, Mercury, Ceres, the sacral. We have Saturn, lower heart chakra, Pluto, which is your vertebrae, and we have just down here Jupiter. And they're all magnifying energy upwards, but they're a really deep, raw, sort of clustered, unharmonious chord. We have C of the root, Mars, all out on its own. And we have Chiron, which is the nervous system, waiting to wire in this new energy as it changes. So we'll go through this. Here is a D sharp Neptune cleansing note. And there's a kind of feeling that energy of waiting for something to break. Okay? So we're going to begin with Mars. Mars is your molecules. It's all of your molecules belong to the Earth. Your spirit belongs to the cosmos, and that's Gaia energy. Uranus. So Mars is a C, root chakra. It's something we always think of as red, but actually, since the eclipse, the root chakra has now become golden energy in the Earth, and we need to kind of create a sacred space in which we let our molecules sink into that golden light to help transform things. So C, the root, what are the energies that we have? I'm going to begin with Earth Keeper. So this is the card Earth Keeper. This is 18, which is a 9, which is divine. Okay? Now, the Earth Keeper is the spirit of, this is an ancient spirit, and this spirit's coming in now to help us to re-earth, to create a new way of earthing ourselves down to our root, because the energy has changed, and this is a period, it's because of the eclipse that took place last year on Boxing Day, 25th, 26th of December, has changed the frequency of the planet. It's no longer raw masculine, as I keep saying, it's emotional masculine. We have also the card of the sun, talking about how this change has taken place. So the sun is bringing down emotional masculinity, and this is happening because Jupiter is behind the sun pushing forwards. But this is Mars, this is the planet that rules your molecules, and it's asking us, during this period in which all the planets are moving forwards, to kind of seek some rest within ourselves. It's important to refuel, to find new energy. This is a 5 and a 3, which is an 8. And this is asking us to find a new way in which to sink our molecules into the earth and connect with the earth. And this earth spirit, this earth keeper that's coming through, is trying to show us that it's time to connect with the earth. It's a new form of emotional energy inside the globe's earth grid. And these are coming along with the energies of elephant, which is fire, which is Mars, and birds from the Lenormand deck. So the elephant is unstoppable. So if we rest during this period, allow our molecules to sink into the earth, then we're going to find an excitement inside our bodies, a change, a transformation. The elephant, as you can see, has a flame of fire at the end of its trunk near the earth, that golden light, and then it also has a small, tiny opening of its third eye. This is our Gaia consciousness coming in to work with us. So this is a period of feeling a connection to the sun. Now, why is there a connection to the sun in terms of the root chakra? Because at the moment we're being asked to bring that golden earth energy up through our root chakra, past the sacral, and then into the solar plexus, and to push that energy out from the solar plexus. And that's going to be the new body connection to the planet with this wonderful earth keeper. And this is a transformation that's going to be worked on throughout the period. I see that this rest it seems to be that this rest period is an in-between stage while Mercury goes retrograde. That's the time for the change, the resting period. So at the moment, find a way to lock your molecules in to the earth, allow rest between the 16th of February and the 9th of March, before becoming the elephant and the birds and finding that new excitement to move forward for the next 47 days. Okay, so that's the C of the earth. And next, where do they want me to go next? Okay, so you want me to go to the cluster or Gaia energy. Okay. Gaia energy is crown chakra. There's quite a few cards to this one. Oh, there's a lot of cards to this one. So, there's a lot of cards to this one. So, this is B. This is the crown chakra. This is your consciousness, your divine feminine, coming in and seating itself in the sacral. And this is the first time in which the root chakra, the Mars energy, can begin for the first time, because it's emotional manner, to link in to the divine feminine so that they can merge. And I'm pretty sure that the lower heart and higher heart chakra will have more information about that. But so to begin with, That's the B of pulling that energy into our bodies. It's transformative energy. We have butterfly and peacock, which are both air signs. Now, butterfly is the transformation, this new energy that's coming in. Remember, Gaia, Uranus, has only just gone direct on the 10th, 11th of January. So this is new, forwards moving, cosmic energy being brought in. And it's asking you to be more like peacock. Peacock is all about seeing truths and being seen. It's about unfurling that tail and having all your senses, all those eyes on everything. So pay attention to all the details that are coming in. We have the card of 23, lead the way, light your own path. This wonderful stag. Can you see how the horns, which is your crown chakra, are alight with the energy coming down from the cosmos to lead your own path, light your own path, lead your way. And you can see how rooted it is to the earth now, because now is the time that we can do this. And this is going to be a very purifying energy. This is card 19, 1 and 9 is 10, a completion and a new beginning. So it's connecting with Mars. You really need to concentrate on the pull that took place during the conjunction last year between Mars and Gaia. And this is about stretching open your soul so that you can make more room for the energies that are coming in. We've then got the 5 and the 6 of air. So the 5 of air is that transformative energy of releasing the battle. Don't fight the changes. You need to kind of get inside your boat and float. The 6 of air is moving on from problems, and you'll notice in both of them there's that sense in both the cards of the doves, the doves of peace are beginning to take flight. So there's a real sense from your divine feminine energy coming in of having that sense of calm and peace within yourself, and to kind of feel the energy of newness reaching down to the earth properly. The more you can sink your earth molecules, your Mars molecules, into the ground, the more your Gaia consciousness can come in. And we have here in the Lenormand deck, we have Clover and Man. Now, Clover here is like the divine feminine. It's the energy of little forms of luck and magic coming in that are deeply transformative, and she's going to reach down and connect to the male energy in the earth. This is that promise that if you light your own path, you can make this connection to bring your molecules and your energies into one, okay? So that's the 2 outer forms of your shield when you create an auric protection field, the C of the root chakra, all your molecules, and then pulling in the B chakra, the energy of Gaia consciousness, okay? So next we're going to go to Mercury, apparently, because Mercury is the one planet that's going to go retrograde, and it's going to bring about a pause, a change, and the ability to have downloads. Now Mercury's throat chakra, and that's G sharp. So, what are we dealing with? We have lower world. This is going to be during the retrograde period, the 16th of February to the 9th of March. This is going to be what the downloads are about. The lower world contains all the negative energies that we need to release, the things we need to let go of, those, you see, I always want to call them like personal demons, because it's time for our personal demons to be released. And in this lovely card, there's a sense of, there's a bridge to a kind of small opening in the tree here, and there's water purifying emotional blockages. And I'm sure that these are going to link into Neptune, because these are the deepest energies. So what are we trying to voice? We're trying to voice 4 and 3, compassion. Compassion's been a big theme. This is about forgiveness. This is about being at one with your own lotus energies and bringing all of those energies online. But the only way to do this, to bring this beautiful multicolored chakra energy into being, is to start to live in your truth. So during the retrograde, you need to be asking, what are these negative energies? And look, Vulture, my favorite. How can you take all of these negative thought patterns that you have, things you've created, ideas that you've put out there that belong to you or define you, need to be changed, and know that they have served a purpose. They're like the fertilizer for the move forwards. So Vulture is going to pick over all of the carcasses that you have hidden in your lower world, and it's going to change that energy into an energy of compassion. So you have letter. Letter is representing the downloads. It's a 2 and a 7, which is a 9. They're divine. These downloads that you're going to be receiving, messages, are about bringing together 2 of water, 2 of cups, your divine masculine and divine feminine. This is the same message, but you've got to speak this into existence. They say that words, when spoken by us, whether it be in meditation or in prayer or in any kind of mindfulness state, it's about how words are so powerful, they can rewrite the codes inside your DNA and your energy centers. So this is a really important period for Mercury, the one planet that will go retrograde, so that you can look into the energies that you need to change, but to use them to nourish, to bring those dark energies into your body, to nourish you, to move forwards from the 9th of March, when we get another 47 days of the energies moving and flowing in the right direction, all in harmony. So, where are we going next, please? Can we say? So not that one, Ceres. Ceres is the sacral. Oh. Okay, so the sacral is D. The sacral is the seat of your emotions. It's where you reside emotionally, and where you love yourself, how you create that comfortable zone in which to move forwards. This is such an important chakra, and Ceres is a very slow moving planet. It's very difficult to change our own frequencies, but right now we're clearly being given a chance. So D Bingo. This is the sacral. This is the spirit card of the sacral chakra, sea serpent. This is a bit like everything's been on a spin cycle, and the Uberos snake, but this is a sea snake, is rushing around protecting, waiting for this new birthing within you of a kind of a new love for yourself. You can't move anything forwards. You can't open your heart to others if you can't open your sacral to yourself. And the sacral is the point at which this Kundalini energy snake of the Gaia consciousness comes down and sits inside the sacral zone. Okay? So, we've got the heart of the sky. The heart of the sky is the place in the cosmos where all emotions flow from. It's a little bit like the galactic center, and recently Jupiter was around the galactic center when it was in Sagittarius, its own home. And this has opened a new flow of energy, which is now helping us in Capricorn to earth our Gaia consciousness into the sacral. And it's giving us, with the Seven of Wands, that sense that, can you see around the card, there's all these different options floating around, but again, it's that circle that we have here. This is about choices. This is about seeing all the versions of how you do or don't love yourself. I did a video which was about, with the Long Man of Wilmington, which was to do with, he holds two poles to a gateway, self-love and self-loathing. This is about working out how to open your sacral. I mean, and actually inside her card here, she's sitting on a beautiful flower that's opening, and that is your sacral. It's a very protected, comfortable and safe place, but it will only work for you if you work on cleansing your emotions, working out what you love about yourself, what makes you feel comfortable, what is your rooted emotional truth that you've got to speak about with Mercury. And we also have 30 lilies. Now, this is a lovely, perfect card. She's smelling the beauty of the lilies, just as you've got to kind of inhale the beauty and the scent of yourself. Lilies is about a new burgeoning sexuality within you, and the sexuality is emotional. It's not raw male or emotional male. This is divine feminine energy coming into your sacral. I mean, look, the sacral is where women have their wombs, and wombs are the place where the magic of life grows. So even in men, this is the seat of our emotions. This is the place where if we learn to love ourselves, we can create that energy of a new birth of who we wish to be as we move forwards. Don't take the old with you. Don't take all those characteristics that you define yourself with. Move forwards renewed. And what's this doing? It's a retreat. It's a 954, divine 9. This is about feeling at one, surrendering to the energies that are all around us, and finding a space, a sacred space, in which you feel safe. If you feel safe in your own emotions, all of your other energy centers can wire in properly. Okay? So that's Ceres. Let's now go to Pluto, which is your spine. What's going on with the spine? So, there's loads of cards again for this one. So, the spine is C sharp. So let's get the C sharp underway so that you feel the energy. Your spine, when we're sound healing, sits outside of your body, behind you, and the three great cleansing energies that come in wrap themselves around your spine and your nervous system, and then they feed into the chakras. So your spine is a really important energy coil. It's kind of a bit like the space in which your kundalini energies would wrap themselves so that you can get that sense of divine energy moving through you. So what do we have? The spine energy is changing. Pluto is one of the great karmic planets, and this is about seeing everything differently. This is the normal world as we see it. This is the way in which you're meant to start seeing the world, as something brighter, something more beautiful. And to do that, you need your vertebrae, your spine, the thing that carries you, the thing that holds you, gives you the posture to work with you. I mean, it's almost, you can see this chap down here, it's almost like this space between the two is the spine. So the energy of the old comes into the spine and is transformed into the energy of beauty and majesty that flows through. And this is going to come in like lightning. Okay, this is bursting forth. In fact, it's very difficult to see, but in this card there is a figure. There's a head and the arms come down either side, and then the body and the legs. And this lightning is striking in the kind of solar plexus region. So again, this is that transformative energy of the sun. We haven't got to the sun yet, maybe we might go there in a sec, but this is clearly an important energy center. You know, when we talked about this energy of Mars, it's coming up through the sacral and coming out through the solar plexus. Again, this is talking about the spine's wiring in to the solar plexus. Why is it wiring in? Because, oh look, there is the sun. So we've got the sun and the stars. So Pluto is currently, as a lord of karma, bringing us this new transformative energy to wire in our solar plexus as a cosmic gift. It's a gift from the cosmos, and it's coming in as a really beautiful tower moment. Can you see this tower doesn't look so destructive as most tower cards would. There's the sun coming up behind it, and it's coming in also with the three of fire. So those first three chakras all being fired up in their own sort of way, the red, the orange and the yellow, although we do really now think of the root as golden. The three of fire is always thought of as your ships coming in. And in this card, there's a wonderful comfort to her movement. She has a butterfly around her face, that sense of transformation. She's lit a candle in the center of her boat, in her boat's solar plexus. This is about the spine and the vertebrae creating a new transformative energy. But you've got to consider, the star card is telling you have to work out what the wish is that you want from this new energy that's wiring into your spine. And then we have turtle and frog as the animal energies. Okay, now they're both water, they're both emotional, and the great cleansing energies pass through the spine and the nervous system and then into the body. Turtle is ancient. Turtle is very slow and old. It's slow and steady wins the race, and Pluto moves very, very slowly. The spine moves very, very slowly, but the spine, the energy of our spine and how we hold ourselves has to be cleansed. Frog is about cleansing. It's the most beautiful cleansing. So you need to focus the sun into the center of your spine and allow that new emotional masculine energy to merge with your divine feminine through the spine. Maybe it will connect him with the nervous system, I don't know yet, but this is really, it's interesting because this is white, this is yellow, this is water, but this is solar plexus cleansing that's really taking place through the vertebrae, okay? I would suggest trying to find some kind of class that you can go to do yoga, Pilates, anything that helps you to adjust how your spine is moving. You need to be engaged with your spine, okay? So now we have, oh no, I want the sun next, not Jupiter. The sun, whoa. There's a lot of cards here. This is tricky. I'm going to ask the animal deck, which I was going to do for each section, but this video is going to be so long. Just going to ask for a couple of cards to guide me on this. This is quite a confusing message. Transformation, butterfly spirit, swan spirit, time for a deep dive. So 11 and 60. I would check out 1160 on an angel number if I were you. So, the sun energy. I really don't know where to begin. Okay, with these apparently. 1223 is another number you need to be looking up. This is the coyote and the giveaway. Okay, so coyote energy is divine detours. These are those really annoying pathways that we keep going down and we think this is not the place I need to be, I want to be somewhere else. The sun is changing, and so there are that sense of the energies switching, and you need to switch your mentality around this. This is what the giveaway is. You have to give away the notion that you know the right path. Okay, I didn't know that until I started saying it. So you have to enjoy the divine detours. Oh, with hyena. Hyena is fire, and there's the moon at this kind of halfway phase, this balanced phase of the half moon. Hyena is about humor. You've got to see the funny side of the divine detours. You can't let the divine detours bother you. Haha, look, and it is there. So we have mouse. Mouse is about worrying. Mouse is about being overrun. It's about letting your thoughts run away with you. It's about that kind of scratchy energy of the mice in everything and upsetting you. You've got to give away that energy. What do you have to do? You have to anchor yourself. You have to cast your anchor down with the sun from the solar plexus deep into the earth. Drop your anchor as far into the earth as possible to link your sun energy, this new emotional solar energy that's been amplified by Jupiter, and we'll do Jupiter next. And you've got to anchor. Why have you got to anchor? Because there's an adjustment. Justice is about adjustments. This is card 11, and and there's a 12 coming, 11, 12. I knew there was a sequence coming then. So justice is coming in to change things. It's an adjustment. It's about the energy transforming. It's about the need for the sun energy to take root, to anchor in to the earth. And this is going to help you to see the world differently, to turn your head entirely upside down on how you consider yourself. So during this movement forwards, allow the sun energy that's being pushed still until it moves. Even when the sun moves from Capricorn to Aquarius, it's still under the influence of this expansive energy, and it's going to be under it until it does the divine masculine energy switch on the eclipse that's taking place on the 21st of June on Midsummer's Day, which is going to be a really massive energy change. What is the sun trying to do? It's trying to bring you a new energy of abundance, of a cornucopia. You know, fruits and vegetables and things, they do not grow without sun's light. So you cannot grow without the energy of the sun flowing through your body. Okay, so allow the sun. Actually, we've got a double 12 there. Sorry, I'm sure we've got a double 12. 12, 12. We have got 12, 12. Where's the other one? And again, you've got to see these divine detours as intended. They're divine detours. If they're divine, there's something being gifted to you. And the divine detours are going to start during the Mercury retrograde, okay? Enjoy them. Let the downloads come, because you know that ultimately it's resetting your frequency to allow abundance to flow through you, through the solar plexus. Now, many people do their manifesting through the solar plexus, and I would say that right now I'm constantly being told that the solar plexus energy, being now emotional masculine, going to divine masculine, is the center from which you need to push out that joy, that happiness, that warmth of the sun, to pull your emotions into the heart, to let that be the sort of manifesting energy area. Okay, so that's the sun. Let's have Jupiter. Jupiter is massively joyful. Jupiter is one of the great cleansing energies. It's a G, and it's pushing behind the E of the sun, which is a really nice minor third harmonious energy that's expanding, and it's bringing about a transformation. So let's have the G. That's really rich and bassy and deep. So what's happening? Jupiter is here to create transformation. This is root chakra to solar plexus, connecting down, pulling up that new golden fiery phoenix energy, transforming the red root chakra of selfish greed into an emotional root chakra, but pushing it out through the solar plexus. And this is being done, 499. I would look up 499, and 39, 39499. Okay, there's beautiful numbers in this expansive Jupiter. So we have soul retrieval and completion. Jupiter is one of the other karmic great planets, along with Saturn and Pluto, and they're all in Capricorn, and they're all doing their magic to bring about karmic change. One of the things they want us to do is to shed the karma that we no longer need, okay? So the soul retrieval is this idea that you reach a completion point again, we have the Uberos snake, interestingly. Do you remember we had that down back here, the sea serpent one with the sacral? So by retrieving your soul through Jupiter's kindness, you're going to reach a completion. Now, the completion is just the beginning of something new, a new frequency to come out. It's like passing through your gates of Ishtar, riding through, being a new frequency, a transformed energy, shedding things you don't longer. Transformation is beautiful. I was going to say it's guaranteed, and it is guaranteed. So it's all about this transformative energy coming from the thyroid and thymus. And it's time for a deep, deep dive. You've got to take this Jupiter energy right down through your body. It's your energy wings. This is the only one that doesn't flow through your chakras and background. The energy of Jupiter comes down in the back of your neck between your shoulder blades. It goes down the body and it rises up and it flows back down through your body. This is like your light body's energy wings that we see as angelic wings. Wings. See? Wings. Wings. It's showing you, oh, and there's a dragonfly, but we'll talk about that with its wings in a minute. And there's wings on this sort of moth-like butterfly soul retrieval. This is a transformative moment being gifted to us by Jupiter. So, we have Dragonfly. Dragonfly is about a brand new spiritual rising that is so ancient, an older creature, and yet to us this energy is going to feel so fresh and so beautiful and delicate. I mean, Jupiter's a massive planet, but it's really going to be a very delicate and beautiful transformation. And this is going to help you to march forwards. There's a kind of stillness about this card. It doesn't actually look as though they're racing forwards. It looks paused and ready to move. So get yourself ready to move forwards with this Jupiter energy. Allow it to flow into your body and come back down and eventually pull it right down your center and into the earth. Because the energy does go down your legs and flows back around. So you need to bring it right the way down and almost opening your wings in a larger way than you've ever had them open before to keep that flowing. This card is often seen as making choices, but choices that you make are never wrong because they're all part of your journey. And then you have Dog. Dog is a divine 9. It's 18, which is a 9. Dog is loyalty. So this is about changing the energy, the expansive energy within you, to have a greater sense of, okay. Jupiter has come as this ancient old energy to bring you a new sensation, and you've got to sense this wonderful loyalty of that energy. It's a cleansing energy. It's an energy that wants to nestle inside you. It wants to take flight inside you. It wants to move you to something new. It wants you to feel unconditional love for change, for others, for yourself. This is a really lovely, deep dive that you have to take. It's that energy of this beautiful swan spirit to unfurl a new frequency code to move forwards and transform. So that is Jupiter, and now I'm being told to go to the moon. Right, the moon is your third eye. A. This is the moon moving all the time, giving us intuition, giving us thoughts. My brain's thinking I don't remember singing a G sharp for the throat. If I didn't, I'm very sorry. Okay. Right, this is a profound, old, and miraculous energy. This is going to be, it's going to be bringing the downloads. It's about understanding, seeing, it's about feeling, it's about transforming, it's about coming out from somewhere else. We have the Ancient Ones. Now, sometimes this card turns up as kind of fairy folk, but other times it comes out as cosmic ancestors. And today I'm feeling the energy of the alien side of this card. The Ancient Ones are people who've lived before. They've done all the things that you've done, and they know all the answers to everything. They reside in the ninth dimension. They're very, very benevolent, but they also have a great sense of humour, I have to say. They make me laugh quite a lot, though not at the moment, obviously. The Ancient Ones, I'm just going to ask with these cards again, because what's the message of the Ancient Ones? The Ancient Ones are in your future. In future lives that you will live, you will be alongside these Ancient Ones. But right now they've come down to give you a message, moon message and downloads. Okay, we've got 3 by the looks of it. Well, look, the first card that came out is them again, number 1, time to collaborate, Ant Spirit. This is about working together in communities, with your spirit team, with other people, but it's about connecting. These intuitions we're going to be getting during this period is about changing how we relate in a community with each other. You have to take a leap of faith with Grasshopper Spirit. It's time. You're going to be given information through this moon energy to move forwards, to leap to something new, to change your frequency. And you have to trust the magic. Raven, White Raven Spirit, I love White Raven 66. He's a gatekeeper of the animal world. And there's a lot of animal energy about this. It's about changing views of how we see other creatures, how we look at the natural world and how we relate to the natural world. Because we've also got Wombat Spirit, which is be at home. Be at home with the natural world. Be at home with animals around you. Be at home with insects. Stop fearing the other creatures that inhabit the world with us. This is the downloads that are coming. You've got to come out of that shadowy darkness. So these downloads are about bringing you back into the light. And it's about the cosmic ancestors want to change your frequency. So you've got the card of sound. So I love this card, obviously, as a sound healer. This is about making new tunes, creating new frequencies, seeing how your energy fits into the new world that is creating and dawning on us at the moment. We have the 4 of Fire. This is about preparing ourselves to change. This is a card of, again, it's usually it's a card of happiness and home celebrations. So you've got that wombat spirit, be at home. You've got to be at home with yourself and animals and creatures. You've got to find a new way to connect with the earth, and this is going to come in downloads. You've got fish, 34. This is a card of successful endeavors. This is, again, there's a group of fish. It's facing yourself and facing your reflection, connecting, understanding and changing your mirror image, how you see yourself and how you see others, how you see creatures, how you see the world. This moon energy that's coming in is asking you to totally transform your perception of your place within the world. Okay? So next we're going to go to I think Neptune. Okay, so Neptune is D sharp. This is a great cleanser energy, like the crown energy, the Gaia energy of Uranus, Gaia energy, and then Jupiter energy and Neptune energy, livers and kidneys and spleen. They're the three great energies that come in to cleanse. They come in, they pass through the spine and nervous system, and then they transform and wire into all of the other energy centers. So strong one. This is the one that needs melting so badly. This is, I'm going to start actually with this tower. That's your Neptune frozen ice block that you've got to melt. This is the stuckness, which is a beautifully horrible word, stuckness. You've got to remove this tower. This is a tower that's got bracken and stuff growing all around it. It's like you can't even begin to look at that tower. You don't like to see it, you don't want to think about it, but this is the key energy that you've got to work on. And then you have ring. Ring is contract. This is your pre-incarnation contract that is the hardest of all of them to let go of, and yet you're being given a karmic chance to do this at the moment. So this is a contract that needs to be released, 1925, you might want to look that up. And you're being shown 10 of air, 10 of swords, ending of endings. It's like they're being told you can melt this ice, you can change this, you can blow away all those blockages as if they're feathers, if only you knew how to do it. Well, how do you do it? 5-9, the upper world, this is the place where the ancient ones live. So this moon connection, this downloads, they're going to tell you, if you start to ask before you go to sleep, spirit team, dead ancestors, anyone around that can help me, please fill my mind, my third eye, with the information to allow me to release the icy, cold, pre-incarnation contracts that I have in my livers, kidneys and spleen that need cleaning. Okay? This is about the two parts of your body coming together. Okay, I think it's to do with this is how you unite your heart. Oh, yeah, it is. Because unconditional love, okay? This is compassion. This is about unconditional love. Remember, it began down here in the sacral, and you've got to voice it. Compassion. This was Mercury, okay? So there's definitely this sense of changing your perspective on how you see emotions, okay? So this unconditional love is what will melt the ice blocks. But you have Beaver. Now Beaver is emotional, and Beaver is a hard worker. It's going to be hard work. You know, we've got less than 37 days now until Mercury goes retrograde, and that's when you've got to remember, you've got to start finding a way to take the old stuff and nourish yourself with Mercury, that energy of the throat chakra. You've got to voice it. And Beaver has that ability to go in and chew its way through dams to unblock the emotional flow of things. So you've got to really look deep within your livers, kidneys and spleen, this Neptune energy. Oh, and Neptune in a short while is going to almost kiss Venus in terms of their energy as Venus rushes past. So there's a massive change coming on board. And Beaver is also creative solutions. Beaver's like the structural engineer of the natural world. It can build dams, it can break dams. You've got to start rebuilding your emotional language that you've blocked in your tower, your icy tower, okay? So what then happens? Ace of Fire. I mean, look, the Ace of Fire is going to warm up and melt those blockages. It's time for release. It's really, really time to release those darknesses that you can't look at. You know, all the planets are moving forwards. Everything's being set up to help you do this. Don't be left behind. Oh, okay. So before I did this reading, I did it. I started it before my phone ran out, and I always take that as a sign that the reading was a load of old rubbish. So you have to do it again. So I recast all the cards and began again. But before I did that, I went across to the sea to get a little bit of sea energy, because that's always good when you're focusing on this. And I fed the pigeons, which I do quite often. And interestingly, a small group of pigeons came, and I was holding back food for them. And then some more came, and I gave them the food. And then loads and loads and loads of other pigeons came, and all the food had been packed up, and I had no more on me. And I was made to understand, or led to see, sort of through pigeonmancy, that don't be late to the party. Don't kind of think, I've got loads of time to do this. You will have time again in another place. But right now, this is a really magical, cosmic moment, and you need to take the bull by the horns, which is also interesting because Gaia, Uranus, is in Taurus, and she has been struggling with Taurus because Taurus doesn't like change, and it's time for change. The energies of the cosmos are bringing about change. So this Ace of Fire has you sitting, warming up, transforming, changing. There's a small fairy creature seated on the top of the lamp. And this is your rebirth, because we've had other energies of transformation. What are you heading towards? Oh, ho, ho, looky, looky, Dolphin. Dolphin is the card of the light worker. It's water. Everyone that follows these pathways, works with the cosmic energies that are changing, is being gifted with this chance to become a light worker, to be so in your now moment, to surrender to being exactly where you need to be and to go with the flow, that you don't need to reach out to people. You don't need to say, let me tell you this amazing thing I've just learned because I've been ting ting bing meditating. Just be you. And by being you in your truth, remember Mercury was talking about that compassionate truth and that changing energy, that new energy, that news coming in, that transformative space. By being you, you will transform other people. Look at this energy just radiating out of very happy Dolphin. So, light worker to be. Okay, so that's Neptune. That's a really, really, really important energy. It's that. Did I not sing that one? I didn't sing that one. That's why I dinged it. So let's just have that. Even as I'm singing it, I can hear that the iciness of this is difficult to latch onto. You've really got to work on your livers, kidneys and spleen and your renal area, because this is being transformed by the solar plexus energy of the sun. Okay, so we're now going to go to Saturn, the third of the great, the third of the great cleansing of the karma planets, not the cleansing planets. Sorry, I'm slightly sidetracked by what I'm seeing. Oh, so I'm looking at them and I'm thinking I don't really know what that's on about. I'm going to have to take some of these again. I kind of half know, but it's a very mixed message. So this is F, this is the natural world, this is your lower heart chakra. I'm just going to say that this card, mountain, blockage, that's what's going on at the moment with everybody's lower heart. There's a collective energy throughout the world where we're not seeing the natural world for the beauty and the magic that it is. People come in for sound healings. This F, lower heart chakra, is rarely in people's bodies. I know there's lots of emotional things that people are dealing with at the moment, but people, the natural world cannot be blocked like a mountain. We have to get past that blockage and we have to open our hearts. Open our hearts. Hummingbird is heart energy. Hummingbird is the lower heart in this situation. The higher heart, where we love others, is the Venus. This is Saturn. This is a massive karmic energy coming in to give us a reset, because we've got to join these two heart chakras together to move forwards, to melt the blockages of Neptune, to become the light worker. And we can't do any of this if we don't love ourselves properly. So the blockage is self-love. But self-love of our place in the earth, in the natural world around us. We're ignoring the natural world. Tut-tut is what I want to say. Oh, that's what they're saying. Oh, they're really irritable with us about it, actually. So I'm just gonna take one of these because I've been sidetracked. So Saturn, natural world, lower heart chakra. What's going? Oh, a little pile of them come out. Okay, moth spirit, surrender now. Surrender to the natural world. Surrender to the natural world. Saturn is saying surrender to my energy. It's karmic energy coming in as transformative energy. And it's saying we need to be playful. We've got to be playful with the natural world, not molesting the natural world, okay? We've got to learn to see the beauty in it again. I know lots of you will say, I am doing that, but collectively as a whole, we're abusing the world, okay? Flamingo spirit, embrace the in-between. People have to start embracing the energy between the natural world and the higher heart. Okay, and there's the moon. So it's embracing the space between the lower heart and the higher heart. There should be no space. We've got to draw them together. Okay, the moon is that energy of the ancient ones and the sound frequencies changing, coming out of the shadows, collaborating, being at home with things. Saturn is linking to the moon. So that's F and A, O and C, to bring us down to the earth. That's a lovely F major chord that's settling in, and it's spaced quite distant, and it's caught in a fog. And that's why we're having trouble seeing it. Okay? So, the moon cycles are talking to us about here, about how, well, it's about just connect with the natural cycles of the world. You can't keep just looking at watches and iPhones and clocks and things. Start to look at the moon. Anytime you're out and it's dark and you can find the moon, look at the moon. Look at its different shapes. Look at how it moves, okay? And then we have, well, the Devas. These are the Vedic spirits that reside within the core of the earth. They do. They're the crystals, they're the rocks, they're the molecules, they're the ancient cosmic energies. And look, we're talking moon connection again. We're talking third eye connection. We're talking downloads are coming in. And we've got the Ace of Air. The Ace of Air is riding your truth, setting off in your truth. Your truth has to be surrendering to the planet now. Surrender your energy to the earth, to Mother Nature. You know, I don't want to call her Gaia because it's Gaia conscious. Pachamama. Surrender to Pachamama and join that FAC in Chu downloads during this movement forwards to help you understand your frequency within the earth. Okay? So, higher heart chakra Venus is F sharp. This is where we love other people. Right, this is another one that's a bit difficult. These are complicated because we're trying to combine the two heart chakras. Please, can I have animal energy for Venus? Right, fox spirit, think on your feet. This has got to happen quickly. You can't be stagnant and stale about this now. We've been being too slow about wiring ourselves in and loving other people. You can't do this, though, what I'm going to read here, without loving yourself. So, it's about that energy of the sacral. And the sacral is right next to, in terms of the notes, right next to Neptune and the solar plexus. It's about this cluster of energies, and you've got to start thinking on your feet. You've got to be fast in your responses. Sweep your heart clean of crap. Okay? You can't do that until you love yourself. And then how you love others, you've got to see everybody as love. You've got to see every potential person you come into contact with as someone that you can love. You've got to let go. You've got to sacrifice with the snake energy of earthing. You've got to shed your skin of how you see your place in the world. There's a new language to be made. This is another Uberos. Remember, the sacral had the Uberos. Loving yourself will only allow you to love others once you love yourself. So fix this, then you can fix this, which will allow you to bring your hummingbird energy of the lower heart into the equation. Okay, so this is about combining the two, sweeping free the old. This is a brand new firefly spark. This is a new energy of your higher heart chakra, just starting out on a new journey. Sacrifice, let go of the old. Let go of the way in which you think of others. You have to change. This is the medicine, and this is the galactic healing that you're meant to be on. This is what Venus is doing. Venus is asking you to heal your higher heart so that it can begin to join with the lower heart, okay? And you're being given flowers. Flowers is a massive blooming. I mean, it's like this. When you can join the sparks together, you can then allow this to open and bloom and really grow, and that will be a new beginning, the fall. You've got to have faith. But look, she's blowing a horn, which is just reminding me once again to go back to Mercury retrograde and that need to speak compassion, to bring your compassion into being. But you can only do that if you love yourself. You've got to find a way to settle your emotions deep within your sacral. And the unconditional love of Neptune, you've got to unfreeze your tower there. Unfreeze your tower to link into loving yourself. That will allow you then to take your lower heart and your higher heart and bring them together as one energy. Okay, I'm going to ask actually, just briefly, so before we go to Chiron to end, so I want to know melting Neptune to the sea serpent, please. What do we have here? Okay, so we have, it's the journey of transmuting, changing. Here, the red eagle and the white lion are the wrong way around, because the alchemist, and I'm going to call her Mary the Jewess, because she was the most amazing alchemist who's always missed out of history. She's worth looking up. She invented the bain-marie and lots of other things that she's no longer credited for very well. It's about bringing love, bringing that energy of love, pure love, down into your soul and connecting it with your emotional masculine energy that's taking place. And this will allow you to have peace within yourself and bring about that sense of being the Prince of Cups, moving forwards with that love energy and beginning to combine the two, okay? So we are just left then with the energy of Chiron, the wounded warrior, the nervous system. How do we, when we've opened this love, change the frequencies of everything, how do we wire it into our nervous system? And this B flat A sharp. Oh. There's always one pile that I have to do that with. Okay, this is the key to truth, health, love, everything. The journey forwards, the last part of it is this Chiron energy to wire everything into your nervous system. We begin with sacred wisdom. Now that sacred wisdom is coming with the moon in your third eye. And once you understand the energy of the new frequency, you'll be given, look, it's that same thing in the, where's it gone? It's the same message being brought forward, a new transformative energy. So this was from Venus, this is Chiron with wisdom and alertness during these moon cycles that come from the third eye with the downloads, bringing all of that together to transform something. What are you transforming? You're transforming love. Love is the key to this reading, this energy forwards. If you can surrender and allow love to flow through you and everything, there's a beautiful, bright future ahead. What's the problem? Leaving emotions swimming around you overhead. You don't want to look at the shark. You have to look at the shark now. The shark is linking in to both Pluto and Neptune. Okay, the energies of Pluto and Neptune. So the Pluto energy was that very slow change that was taking place. Neptune is the icy tower. You have to face this. You have to voice this. Why do we have to voice it? Because you've got your black egg. The black egg is the throat chakra. Compassion is the key. See, look, it's the mountain. It's giving me the voice box is really over responding now to the energy of change. It's tight. Your energy is tight around speaking freely of your truth. Look, it's sealed in a hard shell. Break the shell. Bust it. You've got to get through these emotional things. Because look, inside your egg is the earthworm. This is the whole world around you at the moment is just dull. But inside your truth, when you release your truth, when you live and speak only honesty, look at the beauty of all the potential. You are not meant to be living in a world of mistruths. You're meant to be living in a world of truth. What happens when you live your truth? Beautiful things. Look, Chiron is the wounded healer, here to heal you. You've got tree. Tree is health. Tree has great roots that nourish it. Tree grows strong. Tree offers shade. Tree can be used to build things. Tree is a home for many other creatures. This is the energy you're heading to, plus the King of Earth. I mean, the King of Earth is like a spiritual leader or teacher, someone living in the world in their own truth. And it's kind of interesting, I think, if I just have a quick flick through. You've got a lot of major arcana cards from the Good Tarot. Lot of major arcana cards from the Good Tarot. What's this one? You've got fire, you've got air. Yeah, you don't really seem to have any cards representing your space in the real world. No, you don't. That Chiron, that final moment when you wire yourself into these new energies going forwards, is the key to creating your new space in the real world. So let's just end with the messages from the animal spirits. What's the final messages that you'd like to give? Okay, so began with koi fish spirit. There is always enough. 3 and 6, 36. This is the frequency of the Nikola Tesla thing bouncing between, and you just need the divine 9 to fit in. Oh, that's interesting. Parrot spirit, watch your words. This is going back to, I've lost the card now, the black egg. This is, you've got to crack your black egg open. Your black egg, your truth, will not open if you don't watch your words. Live in truth, live in compassion. Don't tell fibs, don't tell lies, don't tell any half-truths. Make everyone see the one version of you. Stop giving people lots of different versions of who you might be and who you are. You also have hawk spirit and koala spirit. Spirit has a plan. Let spirit be your guide. So during this period, try and surrender. We had the card of moth to surrender. Allow the energies to flow towards you and embrace them. Remember, we had the card of the divine detours as well. So long ago, I can't remember where it was, but we did have, oh, okay, it's here. It's in the sun. Remember the divine detours that you have to go on. You've got to see them as essential. Spirit has a plan. Don't get grumpy with it. See the funny side of it, okay? But watch your words. I don't want to leave it on a dark one. I can't leave it on a dark one. I need to just... because it should be positive at the end. So please, can we have a final message, please, for this journey through this lovely period when all the planets are going forwards? Oh, look, we have balance, getting control over all your demons. A completion is what this period is offering you. Oh, wow. And then the other cards, 10-10. Unburdening, an ending of endings. This card's fascinating because actually there's 8 swords, and it's only when you look very closely that there are 2 swords just tearing through the fabric into the new frequency that you'll find yourself existing in. And you've got the 3 of batons. These are all lovely. The 10-10, they're all wonderful, sacral truths. They're oranges and yellows. The key to this is about this change of thing. This is your ships coming in. This is the wonderful new dreams that you create coming into reality. But you can only do that if you live in your truth. Crack open that egg. In fact, that's what that is. That is the inside of the egg being torn open and removing all this hard shell. Okay? So, I hope that's helpful. I'm kind of not sure it is. But anyway, that's the reading for the planets and the energies. I'm really sorry. I'm just going to do a G sharp because for some reason I really think I didn't do the throat chakra, and I feel that that's essential. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. Wassail, and see you again soon.